Thanks for checking out this haul video. So I'm going to go over what I got for the February Vinegar Syndrome releases, including two other films that I ended up purchasing, which I'll go over those first. And then just a reminder for anyone who's interested in this type of stuff, I will then post a video doing a ranking and review of all of the February releases. So yes, not the first two movies I'm going to be going over because those weren't part of the February releases, but a lot of people seem to be enjoying the ranking videos. I do put a lot of time into it, so I appreciate it if you kind of help promote it, which leads me to subscribe to the channel if you want to help, show your support. Thumbs up on this video always helps. And if you want to pitch in a little bit monetarily, there is a link in the description for memberships. I did just add a third tier recently that gets you some kind of like vlog style shorts that I'm going to be doing, but you can check it out. Anyway, let me get to the Vinegar Syndrome stuff. So first of all, one of the partner label film. Whoa, actually, before that even, sometimes they throw in some extras in the boxes, and they gave me a Valentine, so that was very nice. This is from their Melusine side, which I've never purchased from. Honestly, it's not my thing. But Can I Creep into Your Heart? I think it's really funny. I love this. I think it's great. I'm actually going to keep it. That's a very, very cool. It's cool. It's a cool little extra. All right, so then I bought a partner label film. This is the only one that I bought in February because I've been on this Abel Ferrara kick. I recently bought Dangerous Game. I bought Bad Lieutenant. What else did I buy? There was one other Abel Ferrara film I bought very recently. And then here we go with 444 Last Day on Earth. I don't love this slipcover. Honestly, it doesn't look great. But the film looks very interesting. It looks like one of those movies that I'm going to have to be in the right mindset in order to watch it because it looks like it'll be depressing. So yeah, there is a booklet in here, but I think it's just like, yeah, there's no like essay or anything. Oh yeah, there is actually. Very, very small, short essay. There will be no survivors. Yep. The Apocalypse of Abel Ferrara. Interesting. That'll be an interesting one to read. And then that's just what it is on the inside. Let me read it to you. The performances look phenomenal. I mean, Willem Dafoe's in it. It looked like Natasha Lyonne is in it as well. Okay. In a large apartment high above the city lives our couple. They're in love. She's a painter. He's a successful actor. Just a normal afternoon, except that this isn't a normal afternoon for them or anyone else. Because tomorrow at 4:44 a.m., give or take a few seconds, the world will come to an end far more rapidly than even the worst doomsayer could have imagined. The final meltdown will come not without warnings, but with no means of escape. There will be no survivors. As always, there are those who, as their final cigarette is being lit and the blindfold tightened, will still hope against hope for some kind of reprieve. For a miracle, not our two lovers. They, like the majority of the Earth's population, have accepted their fate. The world is going to end. Yeah, so heavy stuff to contemplate, especially for an overthinker like myself, who also deals with some anxious tendencies. So, but it looks like a phenomenal film, and like I said, I've been on that Abel Ferrara kick, and this is put out by IFC. This is only their 7th release, so 444, Last Day on Earth. Oh, and with any of these films, if you've seen them before and you want to tell me, hey, you're going to like it, or hey, you're not going to like it, go ahead and put it down there. And also in the comments if you just want to talk about what you've picked up recently that you're excited about. Okay, then the next one that wasn't part of the February releases, but is one that was highly recommended by Ryan Verrill, who does The Disc Connected, which everyone should check out if you're into physical media. Check for his channel on YouTube. The Telephone Book. He highly recommended this. He was like, I don't know how this is still available on Vinegar Syndrome. And he talked about it a little bit. Then I watched the trailer, and this is one that had been put out a while ago. And it wasn't on my radar. So I watched it. I'm like, this actually looks very up my alley. So there's that. And then on the inside, same stuff. A major, though forgotten work from New York's underground film scene in the late 60s and early 70s, Nelson Lyon's The Telephone Book tells the story of Alice, a sex-obsessed hippie who falls in love with the world's greatest obscene phone caller and embarks on a quest to find him. Her journey introduces her to an avant-garde stag filmmaker, a manipulative psychiatrist, a lesbian housewife, and more. Photographed in high contrast black and white and punctuated with a remarkable surreal color animated sequence, the telephone book is one of the greatest cult films you've probably never heard of. It's from 71. Very interested in this one, and it is a VS release. It's not a partner label, so no wonder I didn't catch this one. This was number 7. This was the 7th VS that was released. So the trailer looks wild. It looks like a So Bad It's Good. I'm very excited to check out the telephone book. Now, let's go ahead and get into the February releases that I ended up with. 3 of them were included with my subscription. The other 2 I purchased in addition. I didn't purchase everything, but I think there was one film, like Mansion of Madness, I think is what it was called, that I ended up not purchasing, and one I almost didn't purchase. But this will be in order from what I'm least excited about to what I'm most excited about, although I will tell you, I have already watched 2 of these movies, so I'm going in the order that I set before I watched those 2 movies, and I won't comment on the quality of the movies or what I thought of them until my ranking video. So the first one that I am least excited about, and I have to cover a nipple, is White Cannibal Queen. This apparently is a Jess Franco film. Also, kind of nipples on the back as well. And I'm going to be honest, I like this original artwork more. Like, this other artwork's fine, but I like this artwork significantly more. Yeah, and then that's it. During the course of a tropical expedition, Jeremy Taylor and his family become the unsuspecting prey of a primitive and cannibalistic tribe. While his wife is savagely killed and devoured, and Jeremy's arm is also dismembered and devoured, his young daughter is instead taken prisoner by the tribe. Years later, Jeremy has not given up hope of rescuing his daughter, and with the aid of some friends, organizes a new expedition to bring her home. However, to his shock and dismay, he discovers that her white skin and blonde hair have caused her to become worshipped as a god by the cannibals, and that she has gained a tolerance for consuming human flesh. Yes, this is a Jess Franco film. I think this will be my first Jess Franco film. I know some people like gasp when they hear that, but yeah. I don't like cannibal films typically. They're just not my thing. I don't find them all that interesting. It's just not my thing. So I'm not that interested. That's why I'm not excited about this one. Plus, I watched the trailer and I was just like, doesn't look like a whole lot of fun. But White Cannibal Queen, if you've seen it and you can say I do recommend it or I don't, put it in the comments. White Cannibal Queen. Then the one, my number 4 that I am interested in, another genre or subgenre of horror that I'm just really not into is possession films. And this 4K, The Possession of Joel Delaney, looks like a possession film that I'm probably not going to be that interested in. Spoiler, this is one I've actually watched already, but I'm not going to say anything about that. Wait for the ranking. But yeah, a 4K, that's interesting. I like that. Very interesting. And then this, I like that artwork too. That's kind of a cool cover. And then there is a essay booklet in there as well. Nice. All right, Joel Delaney would seem to be an average burnout type, eschewing his high-class and wealthy upbringing for an affected hippie lifestyle. But when he moves into an apartment previously inhabited by a now-deceased serial killer in Spanish Harlem, Joel begins changing. Initially, his wealthy sister Nora attributes his behavior to moodiness and disillusionment, but as Joel becomes increasingly hostile and aggressive, she begins to fear something worse is afoot. When Joel's temperament spills over into violence, after which a series of seemingly accidental deaths occur, Nora begins investigating her brother's new lifestyle, which plunges her into the world of espiritismo and the occult. It's just, like I said, I'm just not big into possession films, and the reason being, the overwhelming majority of possession films that I've watched just have the same stuff going on. There's not a whole lot of variation in what's happening there, so that's why I'm not that excited about this. Although the whole like Switchblade being on there is a little interesting to me, so maybe there's something, I don't know. Anyway, Possession of Joel Delaney. Okay, So my number 3 that I'm interested in is one of the ones I purchased in edition, and that is Joy of Sex. This is a cinematograph release, which I've been liking a lot of the cinematograph releases. I have not purchased all of them, but this one looks like it's up my alley. It looks like it's one of those sex comedies. Joy of Sex, obviously. Oh, there's stickers in here? Wow, that's new. I had not seen that. Yeah, they got stickers in here. That's cool. And then obviously essays, which I'm always all about the essays. All about the essays. I put these stickers back in. Cool. Let me go ahead and read about it. And this is 4K. Oh, wait, is it on? Oh, no, it's just Blu-ray. Okay. 4K restoration on Blu-ray. High school senior Leslie Hindenburg is convinced she's dying following a medical exam, believing she has only 6 weeks left to live. Determined to not die a virgin, Leslie sets out on a mission to lose her virginity before her presumed untimely demise. The problem is her father, played by Christopher Lloyd, oh wow, awesome, is a physical education teacher at her school, serving as an obstacle for would-be suitors. That is until she meets Alan Holt, a similarly virginity-afflicted teen on the same mission. Yeah, I mean, I'm into these types of things. I do like sex comedies. And like I said, I've been liking what Cinematograph's been putting out for the most part, so excited to check this one out. Although I saw some people commenting online, they're like, oh, this one's awful, it's terrible, but I will judge for myself. So the one I'm second most excited for, the other one I purchased in edition, also a cinematograph release, is Female Perversions. And this is the one that I almost did not purchase because I watched the trailer and I was like, it looks too drama heavy in the way that it looks kind of boring to me personally. So then we have Female Perversions and, oh, as usual, essays, which excited about that. So actually, Justin LaLiberty, who is the guy who works for Vinegar Syndrome and runs the cinematograph line, convinced me. I'm in a Discord with him. Oh, if you wanted to know, this one's number 846, and this one is number 294. So it seems that Joy of Sex is not selling, or Female Perversions is selling very well. Yeah, so Justin LaLiberty, I'm in a Discord that he's also in, and I kind of just put in there, like, someone sell me on this, because I was very on the fence. I was like, I feel like I'm not going to buy it, but then I was on the fence, and I was like, someone convinced me, so he did. And, yeah, this is another one that I've already watched, so I'm not going to comment on reviewing or whatnot, but all right, read about it. Eve Stevens, an ambitious and successful trial lawyer in Los Angeles, is up for appointment as a judge while juggling her proclivity for meaningless sex and her relationship with her kleptomaniac sister Madeline. As she navigates intimate relationships with both male and female partners, including geologist John and psychiatrist Renee, Eve finds fantasy and reality converging, leading to a tense climax that will decide her personal and professional fate. So I have heard that Tilda Swinton's performance in this is phenomenal. So I'm always down for a film where someone's like, that performance is unbelievable in this. Also, I know that Clancy Brown shows up in this, and some people are saying that there's a sex scene between Tilda Swinton and Clancy Brown that's like pretty great. So not that that's like a big draw for me, but bonus. I love Clancy Brown. I think he's amazing. Very underappreciated. But anyway, Female Perversions. And then the one I'm the most excited about, if people are keeping track, you know which one this is. The Carpenter. Looks like a crappy slasher starring Wings Hauser. I am a big fan of Wings Hauser's performances from way back because those things are always like very interesting and unhinged. Love this. That's great artwork right there. So if it's a Wings Hauser film, I'm gonna get it. I am gonna get it. And then I like this too. Actually, I'm down with that one as well. And then on the inside, oh yeah, they put the Saw on the disc. All right, here we go. Alice Jarrett, recently released from a mental hospital, is taken by her husband Martin to their new and spacious home located deep in the countryside, for which Martin has hired a group of builders to complete its renovation. In the middle of the night, something stirs Alice awake, and as she goes to investigate, she is shocked to discover a remaining carpenter hard at work in the wee hours. Besieged by loneliness, Alice strikes up a casual friendship with the mysterious man, inviting him to continue working at his leisure. But as prowlers and unwanted guests begin turning up at the home, sometimes to harass, sometimes to menace, and sometimes to attack Alice, her carpenter always seems to be on hand to gorily dispatch anyone who comes too close. Has she found her guardian angel? Is she in fact a delusional psychopath? Or does the carpenter have his own axe to grind? Yeah. So, do they have an interview with Wingshauser on this one? Yes. Yes, they do. I thought they would because they had an interview with Wingshauser for their Tough Guys Don't Dance, which I loved. So yeah, very excited for this, and especially that interview with Wingshauser, who is sober nowadays, just so people know. Because back in these days when he was acting, not sober. And you can tell. So very excited for this one, most anticipated. Anyway, that was it. Like I said, comments, support me however you choose. At the least, just subscribe, thumbs up. Love that. But yeah, thank you so much for checking this out. Hopefully people are looking forward to the ranking video coming. Not sure when that'll be. Maybe within 2 weeks, probably. Because I feel like I'm moving at a good pace on this already. So anyway, thank you so much. And until next time, keep it brutal.